The reason I'm envious of people who have their identity forced upon them, and I'm not saying this like I want to really like contextualize it. It's not like I'm happy for who I am, and everybody has their own road and they have to go down it. But I think that there is this one, in a kind of like artistic way, in a way of like trying to get to be able to sing the blues, right?
Yeah.
To be able to identify completely with your pain and non-ironically, sing about it.
Yeah.
I think that being a white man is actually not a good thing.
To sing a blues, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And it's not because of the color of your skin. It's because you have a longer path to that relationship with yourself that, for instance, a black man in the States, or, I don't know, a Turkish man in Germany, or anybody who belongs to an underclass, they've been forced from a very young age to grapple with things that white people don't have to grapple with. And that kind of gets to the heart of, my envy. It's the same envy that I have for any being that doesn't have to question its identity. And I obviously, an African American man does have to question his identity, right? But it's a different kind of questioning, because I think that because of the stress and the way that he can't choose it and it's given it to him, he, at a much earlier age, he's forced to like identify with it, Whereas like a white guy with a silver spoon in his mouth, I mean, I just am thinking of this guy, Steve Bing. Have you heard about this guy?
No.
He inherited like $600 million. A white American guy. Had like kids with a couple supermodels or actors. Basically just like slowly lost all his money his entire life. And then he jumped off a building like 2 years ago when he realized he's just run out of money. And he had no real friends. Everybody just was around him to get his money, you know? That's like the opposite for me. That's like somebody who's like, they have everything, but they don't know who they are, and they don't stand for anything. They don't know what they stand for, And I guess
it's so sad.
But I feel a little bit like that.
You?
Yeah.
Come on.
I do.
Why?
I feel like that because I don't know how to put it. I heard the way that Stevie Wonder sang the way he did, and I guess maybe it's racist of me, but I do think that African Americans are better at singing the blues, statistically, than
That's just true.
than white Americans. But you know who else is quite good at the blues?
Who?
Poles.
Yeah.
White Poles.
There are no black Poles. I know one. Sorry.
Maybe that's...
Sorry, Damien. Sorry, Damien.
And old German guys are also good. Actually, maybe there are a lot of really great white American blues singers too.
You are an amazing American blues singer. Come on.
If I ever become an amazing blues singer, I swear it's going to be because I'm going to absolutely say it's because of the work I've done in understanding my identity and understanding and trying to make my heart bigger. It's totally connected to not being ignorant about the other. One of my favorite, I don't read, but I have read some articles and seen some debates from a wonderful, wonderful writer called James Baldwin. Gay, black, American writer. And I can recommend, I'll send you a link, an article he wrote called Letters from a Region of My Mind. It talks about a lot of this stuff. And when I read it, it didn't formulate my thinking on this. It really it sort of resonated with what I'd already thought. So it's even more powerful when you have a certain way of thinking about something and then you read some inspiring piece of writing and it really it crystallizes what you already suspected, Yeah. That's how I felt reading him.
But how about Bruce Springsteen? I'm not a big fan of Bruce Springsteen. Okay. But who is Bruce Springsteen for you, as an artist? Because from my tiny perspective, he's just like white American. He's never been poor. He's from a like rich family, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I read an interview and he said that he was like he always had money and
Okay.
never had to think about it.
So he has a talent.
Yeah.
He's a poet. Hey, little daddy home.
Oh God, come on. Yeah,
But that's a great song.
Yeah. But what's the identity of Bruce Springsteen? How he is?
But that's a great question. I mean, I think Bruce Springsteen, I don't know him that much, and I don't know that much of his music. But I think he stands for this idea that every working class white guy wants to have of himself, you know? Decent, upright, honest. I feel like he somehow he sings the blues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm asking about him because, like, for us, like for me as a Pole and European, like to be from US and sing the blues, you don't really have to be black. It's still enough. You're still like connected to a tradition, folk music, you know, all your life and your family. You know, some black guys are singing the blues and their ancestors were slaves. Your ancestors were
Slave owners.
It's still, you're still in the game, you know.
Yeah, but like what I was saying, the ability to sing the blues doesn't matter. Your skin color doesn't matter. What matters is your relationship with yourself, and that's the thing, because that's where your skin color does matter. You know, I mean, statistically speaking.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking.